Now, imagine this. The wedding was over. The celebrations were done. The guests had all left and Mama Femi smiling to herself the night before. She woke up expecting everything to go just as she had planned. She waited. She waited. Her perfect daughter-in-law was supposed to knock on her door, greet her, serve her breakfast, maybe even bow down and thank her for raising her precious son. But then she heard nothing. So Mama Femi stepped out of her room and there she was, Joke, sitting pretty in the middle of the living room, sipping wine, watching African magic. Not a care in the world. Mama Femi froze. Her heart skipped a beat. How could someone dare? How could someone disobey her rules in her own house? And that, my friends, is where the story didn't start. Relax, let me take you back to the beginning, where it all started with 3 spoiled daughters, a mommy's boy, and a mother who never knew she was about to lose control. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on more interesting story like this. Let's continue. Mama Femi was very wealthy. She lived in a huge mansion in Lagos, and all her grown-up children, Tolu, Shade, Iki, and Femi, lived with her. None of them were married. Femi was her only son and her favorite, mommy's boy as she always called him. She called him her investment. He was spoiled, pampered, and absolutely her most treasured child. Her daughters also were spoiled, but very proud. They never wanted a man, claiming, "Mother provides everything we need." Mama Femi agreed because, in her words, "They are my children. I do not want to share their attention with anybody, most especially my precious son." Every day, the family watched TV together. They lounged in the mansion, ate lavish meals cooked by the maids. Femi's sisters often whispered among themselves, claiming they owned their brother. After all, he was their only baby brother. One evening, Femi decided to come home with his long-time girlfriend, Ogechi. "Good evening, ma," Ogechi greeted. "Good evening, sisters," Ogechi said politely, bowing slightly. Mama Femi's eyebrow lifted. "Who is she?" Femi smiled nervously. "Mommy, this is Ogechi. She is my girlfriend." Immediately, Mama Femi's face turned red. "Girlfriend? Femi, you have a girlfriend?" "Yes, Mommy. That is why I brought her home," Femi replied calmly. Mama Femi looked at her daughters. The sister gasped, whispering insults under their breath. "She looked like someone that would control our brother," Shade said. "Never! I will not allow that," replied Tolu. Mama Femi gave her daughters a sign. They understood and immediately stormed upstairs. Ogechi sat quietly, smiling politely, while Femi went to get her a drink. Upstairs, Tolu hissed, "Can you imagine, Mommy? She just greeted good evening and sat down. Doesn't she know she must kneel to greet us?" Kiki added. Mama Femi muttered, "We will never allow her into this home. My son will never bring a stranger into our home." Ogechi seemed calm, but everyone could feel the storm brewing. Will she survive Mama's Femi scrutiny? Let's find out. The next morning, Femi's mother called him. "You will never marry an Igbo girl. She must be Yoruba. I do not want an outsider controlling my son." "Mom, calm down. Everything will be fine," Femi said, trying to soothe her. But his sisters were already plotting. They whispered, "We will make sure she leave. No stranger will take our brother from us." Ogechi tried her best. She cooked meals, cleaned up with the house helps, and greeted every family member politely. Still, the sisters complained. Her food is not spicy enough. Not enough salt, Tolu said, inspecting her plate. "You are trying to control my brother, eh?" Shade hissed. Ogechi smiled. "I only want everyone to be comfortable." But the more she tried, the more the family found faults. She got tired one day and eventually decided to leave. Femi felt heartbroken, but he accepted it. Femi wondered if he would ever find someone who could survive his family. Could his mother's control ever be broken? Femi tried again. This time, he brought a girl named Kemi, sweet and beautiful. His family were all smiling while she introduced herself on her knees, until she said, "But I am from a poor family." Their mood changed immediately. The daughters whispered instantly, "She must be a gold digger. Our brother cannot marry a broke girl." Mama Femi frowned, but she said nothing. She observed Kemi quietly, waiting for any sign of disrespect. Femi, frustrated, tried to calm everyone. "Mom, sisters, she is good. Please, just get to know her." But Kemi's humble background was enough for the family to reject her. Femi sighed and walked her out of the mansion. Then came another girl. They complained, "This one is too fat. This is not possible." Then another girl. "No, this one is too thin." "No." Mama Femi shook her head. Femi began to wonder if he would ever meet a girl his family could love, or if he would always be trapped. Then Mama Femi had an idea. She called an old friend, Mama Joke. Her daughter had just returned from the US with a master's degree. Perhaps this girl could satisfy everyone. Mama Femi smiled to herself. If this girl behaves well, I can finally marry Femi to someone I approve. Mama Femi planned a family dinner and invited Joke over. Joke arrived early in a sleek car. Mama Femi and her daughters waited at the entrance to welcome her in. She knelt down like a proper well-trained Yoruba girl, greeted Mama Femi and the daughters with respect. Mama Femi's heart swelled. "Stand up, my daughter. You are welcome. Please make yourself comfortable." When Femi came in, Mama Femi introduced them. The dinner was perfect. Joke served the family politely, smiled at everyone, and even offered to help the maids. The daughters whispered to each other, "This girl is too good. She is perfect, so respectful." One evening, Mama Femi whispered to Femi, "I want you to marry her." Femi nodded obediently. He had never said no to his mother. Femi started dating Joke. Everything seemed perfect. But was this not too good to be true? Let's find out. Joke continued to impress the family. She cooked, cleaned, cleared the compound, and greeted each sister every morning. "Good morning, Auntie Tolu," she said, kneeling. "Good morning, Auntie Shade. Good morning, Kiki." The sisters loved her. Mama Femi was thrilled, and Femi was relieved. But Joke was careful not to overdo it. She wanted to show love, not total submission. She smiled politely, but quietly observed the family's little manipulations. Mama Femi said she was perfect. The daughters also thought she was perfect. Femi agreed with them, but Joke was a time bomb waiting for the next moment to explode. Finally, the wedding day arrived. The wedding was beautiful. Everyone applauded. Mama Femi cried tears of joy, and the daughters beamed. Joke was the ideal bride. During the reception, Joke smiled, helped serve drinks, and thanked everyone. Femi felt he had finally won his freedom in a subtle way through a woman everyone adored. Mama Femi whispered, "Finally, my son is married to a girl I trust." But Joke had plans that no one anticipated. The next morning, the real test began.